Hey folks, and welcome back to the Movie Mad channel. How you doing? So today I went out to the charity shop, same one I got the other 20 DVDs at 10 for a pound, and I had a look. They had put a few new ones out, and I picked some up. And the first thing is there was one I really wanted, so I thought, if I'm going to get one, I'm going to get 10. So let's see what we got from that first of all. So they're in the bag here, and I'll be honest with you, apart from the one that I really wanted, I can't remember myself what we got. So let's start off. What did we get? Oh yes, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And I picked that up for a reason, which is that I've got the 6-disc Harry Potter, where is it? Don't know, shift behind me. 6-pot Harry Potter DVD set behind me. But I've got them all on Blu-ray, and there's one of the discs that are cracked in it. I think it's the Goblet of Fire. And if that's the case, I can then put that in there and I can trade in this 6 set. So I'll check that out later. So that's why I picked that one up. What else have we got in the bag here? Am I right in the centre? That's fine. Right. Oh yes, I remember. I picked this one up, and it was The Eye, and it says from Tartan Asia Extreme. I'm presuming this is there's The Eye, and I've seen that movie before, and I think this must be the original version. There's a Tartan Video release from 2002. I actually did check the Harry Potter disc because I needed to make sure that was things, but did I check this one? I don't think I did. Let's see. Couple of tiny wee marks, but that's about it. So perfect. The most scariest film moments is The Exorcist. What else did we get in the bag? Here we go. Oh yeah, I don't think I own this one, and I watched this one recently, and it's Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer. I thought this was a really, really good movie. I know there's some non-Adam Sandler fans out there, but I just thought this was a good one. Robbie Hart, yeah, I just watched that the other day, and I was going to get it on Blu-ray. Again, for 10p, I can't really pass that up. And I didn't check the disc either, but it's absolutely perfect, so that's great. I'm sure you all know the story of The Wedding Singer. But if you don't, it's a romantic comedy about a guy who used to be in a band who was quite popular and then ended up being a wedding singer. Tell you what, the seagulls are awfully noisy at the moment. I don't know if you heard that, but that's through the windows. So look. Let's have a look what else we got. Oh yes. I seen this there advertised as one of the biggest flops of all time, Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis and Matthew Modine, and I just happened to see a YouTube video of how it was the biggest flop, but I actually thought it was a terrible movie, and it's been a while since I watched it, but I thought, why not give it another go? And I've got a copy, but it really looked scratched up, but this one is perfect, so I took that too. This was supposed to be the new... This is probably the franchise to try and launch a Pirates franchise before Pirates of the Caribbean, and because this one flopped so much, it took a lot longer for that to be made, I think. So, Matthew Modine, who was the guy? There was actually somebody who passed up on the part of that, and they were really glad they did because it would ruin their career. It might have been Russell Crowe. I don't know, perhaps. But yeah. That was one of the ones I was happy to get in the pile. Now this was the one that I really wanted, and that is as good as it gets. I do want to buy it on Blu-ray. Again, I say this all the time, but could I put all these 30 DVDs that I spent £3 on and probably got one Blu-ray, maybe even no one Blu-ray, half a Blu-ray. But this is a good movie. I watched it the other night there, and it was on Amazon. And it was, I think it was, I put it on like at 12:30 when I was supposed to be working in the morning. And I did go to work, but I actually ended up watching the whole movie, and I thought it was really good. So let's pop that and check it. Yeah, perfect. And it's Jack Nicholas and Helen Hunt. And Jack Nicholas is a grumpy, sort of rich old man. He's not rich, but he's well off, shall we say. But he can't communicate with people. And Helen Hunt's a waitress, and he decides to help her out with something, and it turns out that he's actually not such a bad guy. There you go. Ruined the plot for you in 30 seconds. There we go. Oh yeah, I've seen this one as well, and that's Call of the Wild, and is this not just out recently? With Harrison Ford. And that was in the thing as well, and I have seen that on Blu-ray, and people have been picking it up, and I was like, I could watch that, but DVD 10p. If I like it, then I will get it on Blu-ray. I've got the original of Call of the Wild, based on the Ledger family adventure. Just trying to see when this came out. It was 2020, so this is only last year's. Brilliant. I also picked up this one, which was Jackie Chan in Little Big Soldier, and I just like the cover of it, and it says Jackie Chan's best film in years. 2-disc one as well. That's all like DVD and special features. Nice artwork on the discs. I didn't check this, but again, absolutely perfect condition. Nice. And what's the other ones I've got? Let's just take them out of this bag and get rid of the bag. There we go. So, picked up Shape of the Water. I think I've got this, but it's on DVD already, but it was like a German release or something like that. So again, for 10p, to upgrade it, I thought that'd be great. But I didn't check the disc. Luckily for me again. I was about to say it is minty, it is fresh, but I've probably just scratched it there. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's fine. So picked up Shape of the Water as well. I have never seen this Denzel Washington movie before. I never even heard of it. And it's Devil in a Blue Dress. Private detective Easy Rollins has been caught on the wrong side of the most dangerous secret in town. It's 1948 and Los Angeles has been booming, but Easy Rollins has seen better days. He's just been fired and his house payments are due. So down on his luck, private eye. I'd imagine some kind of investigation. I didn't actually check the disc on this one, so I better check it. Again, absolutely perfect. That doesn't look like anyone's ever played these. Then, I remember I was saying about Steven Seagal in yesterday's video. He's past his best in the 2000s. He's well photoshopped on that, and this is for 2006, and it is Attack Force. So I'm not expecting much, but a Steven Seagal movie from 2006. Again, perfect disc condition, perfect artwork. Steven Seagal is back as high octane action thriller. Loses his strike team. That sounds like a typical Steven Seagal movie to me. And then, actually, I was struggling to find another one, but then I seen this 3-pack. It's obviously been in CX before. I didn't check the discs on it, and I've got Miller's Crossing, but I didn't have The Funeral, and I also don't have The Road to Perdition, and I remember that being a really good film. I have seen it, and I thought it was really good. A nice Tom Hanks exclusive one. So I better check the discs on these ones. If we could get them out. Perfect on The Funeral. I was about to say there's a missing disc, but I think it's in the next slot, hopefully. This must be Road to Perdition. Again, perfect disc. I think every time I take 10 or 20 out there, they replace them. And Road to Perdition. Again, perfect. So I know people. I have been trying to get. I get Blu-rays all the time, and Blu-ray is great. So is 4K, absolutely great formats. But the Humble DVD has still got a future, I think. On my TV there, my TV's not a massive one, it's 40 inches, it does look pretty good. And I say, I've said this before, but I rip these to my hard drive and then it upscales them, and they don't usually look too bad. You can tell they're DVD, but still very watchable. And those are all perfect discs. So that was the 10 I picked up from the Cancer Research Shop for £1. And really, you can't even argue that. Really some decent stuff there. Well, I thought anyway. And I did have a couple of pickups in CEX on, I think it was Wednesday? Thursday. I went to watch this movie on Amazon Prime, and it does that thing on Amazon Prime where it tricks you into thinking it's on Prime, and you go there and it goes, you need to hire this. And I realised I didn't have it in my collection, certainly not on Blu-ray anyway. And to be perfectly fair, I want it in 4K. I do want it in 4K, and when I do upgrade it, I'll get rid of the Blu-ray. And it's a classic movie. That how it's not on my well, I know how it's not in my Blu-ray collection because it's been on the shelf in CEX for ages, but I've always been holding out buying it because I've wanted the 4K that's recently came out. But I really wanted to watch it. I thought, right, let's just take the Blu-ray for now, and that is The Goonies. What a great movie that is. I just realised that one of the bad guys is Cypher from The Matrix. And I watched this with my son, and he was like, I said, so what did you think of the movie? He goes, I like Sloth the best. So I think that's just this is just a classic. That's never going to be not a classic. And I will upgrade this to 4K eventually. But for now, I took the Blu-ray and I paid £5 for that in CEX. But I used one of my vouchers, so that was good. I also picked up this one, Monsters Inc. And it's a Disney movie. And I was going to say, it's okay. My daughter said I could share this with you, so I will. I'll share it with you. So on Wednesday morning, my daughter has a medical condition and she has to get MRIs every so often. And the MRI machine, I don't know if you've ever been in the room with an MRI machine, but it's like big pulses and you can't really hear anything. And because of my daughter's age, she's just turning into an adult, she'd got this done at the Children's Hospital. And what they do is at the MRI machine, well, because the MRI machine, if you are getting a full body or brain and spine MRI, it takes about an hour and a half for that to be done, and that's a long time to be in the machine. But what they do is they put a little mirror, so when you're lying back, and they've got a TV, so you can actually watch a movie, and they do give the child headphones so they can hear it. My daughter said she can't really hear it over the machine anyway. But the movie that was running was Monsters Inc. And it was halfway through. And obviously, my daughter's a bit old for Monsters Inc. But it was I think when I say an hour and a half, I think it was an hour and 16 minutes she was in it. So she didn't see the end of the movie. And I thought, I must have that in my collection. And when I came home, I didn't have it on my Blu-ray shelf for my Disney Blu-rays. So it was in CEX. So I picked it up, and when she came home from our volunteering, I says, "Look, Molly, I've got you a present." and I said, look, it's Monsters Inc. because she never got to see the end of the film. She goes, Dad, I'm never going to watch that. But I thought it was quite funny, and it's good that it's now in my collection. I've got Monster University, but I've not got Monsters Inc. And I was sort of like, there's nothing else to do. You can't have any metal or anything like that in the room. So you can't have anything in the room. So there's nothing else to do. I was sort of like half watching the film, even though I couldn't hear it there. So I thought, why not? And for £2, it just happened to be in the CX. I thought I'll take that. So I done that one too. After I done that, I went round to charity shops. I think this was Thursday. I think it was Thursday. And I went to 2 or 3 and I found absolutely nothing. But saying that, I found there was 30 DVDs over the other last 2 days, and I thought, all right, fine. I needed to get some. I needed to get some milk, and I went out to. I was crossing the road, and there's one wee charity shop. I sometimes didn't go in it because they haven't had any different stuff for a while. I thought, oh, just before I go in and get the milk, I'll go in and check. And they were in there, and I was like, just looking around, oh, it's all the same stuff. But this was on the shelf. Rome, the complete season, the complete series. It says the complete collection for £3. I was like, a full. I've not seen Rome, but I have had the DVDs and I've traded them in. And the reason I've traded them in is because they were quite valuable. And I thought, I'm never going to watch this right now, but I would like to have it on Blu-ray anyway. So I picked this one up for £3, and it's a complete collection. I looked it up on CX and you get £13 voucher for this, but I think I'm going to keep it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that, and that's Rome, the complete collection. So I was delighted with that. All my other hunting was failing, but I thought I'll take that. And where the gap with this one is, I went into that shop today, and they've obviously replaced it with another box set, and that box set was Orphan Black. And it's a complete collection, 5 series for £4. It trades for 10, and I was like, okay, great, I'll take that and I'll trade it in. But then I actually read the back, and it says, in this wildly exciting entertainment sci-fi thriller, Sarah is an outsider, orphan, and streetwise chameleon who finds herself thrust into a kaleidoscope of mystery when she discovers she's one of a series of clones. And the clones are all played by Mansley in an incredible Emmy Award-winning performance. I never heard of this show, and I thought, that sounds actually really good. When I came in, I showed my wife, and she goes, I've actually heard of that, that's on my watch list, that should be really good, so I'm actually going to keep that too. And that is, say, Orphan Black, again, the complete collection. So, unfortunately that shop shut on a Sunday, but 2 decent finds there. So that's what I've got, and that's what I've picked up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the video, I would appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. And if you do want to subscribe, again, that would be great. Comments are always welcome on any of the movies I picked up there. What do you guys think about DVD? They got value? I know I've asked this question before, but I always like to get a debate about it. Also, any of the movies there, what's your thoughts? And I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.